I wouldn't worry.
I won't worry about that.
No. Just ask if it's something.
There we go.
Yes. No, I think I start with this. It's a very good sea trout pattern. I can tell a little bit about it. Do you see? Do you see it? Good or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We call it Vaskebjorn in Norway. It's like a wash beer. And here we use seal furs in the body, and I use Cocktaillion grizzly hackle because the saltwater knack is very difficult to get. You know, Metz and Kigo have some saltwater. They are very good because they are soft, but this Cocktaillion is also very good to these streamers and sea patterns because they also have long, soft fibers, and it's not so. Yeah, it's good price, I think, in this, and you get many flies. So we have started to use much Cocktaillion on this sea trout flies. It's be very much alive in the water also. And I can take what I use on this. I use the Sprite saltwater single hook in size 4 and 6 on this pattern. And also this Vineyard Silver in UV fluo red and natural. So if you don't have silver, you can use other stuff, but the silver in the water is it's doing much more live than other synthetic materials. These materials do this fly so very good, you know. But I try. I am in the Semperfly team, you know, and I have tried this. They call it seal substitute, but it's okay if you don't have anything else. But you will never get this effect like this, like natural material. And I have heard rumors that Vineyard maybe soon are free of this silver. I don't know, but I'm lucky. I have got much, so I color it by myself also. So, but that's the materials and a red thread. I use this classic waxed thread in 6/0. So then I can start to tie this fly. I must just find me a hackle. There. This I can take the size of the hackle first. I used to because I use only one hackle on one fly. So I like them to be. You see here, when I pick out the feather, I want them to be a little bit longer than the hook. So that's a nice size. And just prepare it so. Like this, and yeah, and I use this change eye in medium. So I cut one ready there. So also, then I use this big. Then we are ready to go. Yes. Start with the thread then.
If anybody wants to ask Viggo a question, if you unmute yourself and then mute yourself after.
Oh, yeah. Is there any question now, or yeah, just unmute yourself and ask. And now I go like 2 millimeters behind the hook shank here. And now I'm going to put on the back. And you know, the feather have 2 sides. Normally we have the nice side up, but in this fly I want to have it with this other side up, because I want them to explode much. You see, they want to be much live up. So the first tying session with this feather, we have it the other side. And also there can be a problem because they are so thick, this feather, when you start here, and you can be it can crack. But the Cocteleone is much better quality than this Kigos and Mets on this saltwater, because they are not so cracky. But because of that, I used to put some Sappa gap behind here, but just a little bit, because if it cracks, the fly is not destroyed. Then you can let it be like this. So I start to have this up and tie it in like an ordinary hackle, you know, on the side. Take some turns on this side, and then I go to this other side to lock it so it stands like 90 degrees. Like this. And when I cut this, I want to have 4 or 5 millimeter of the stem left. And that I take the finger and hold here and there and crack this. And then I tie it in. Like this. And I have one rules when I tie this fly. I have 4 turns on the first one and 3 on the next, and 5 and 3 and 2. But that I say when I tie. So now I take 5 rounds here. And now I help the feather a little bit with my hand and warm it up so it will not crack. And bend back this okay, there. I must. Something happened here. Sorry. There. That's the problem with this feather. They can crack. It was cracking here. So now I take 1 turn, and you take it back. 2. 3. 4. Yeah, take 4. And then I lock it like this. It's not so. It's a little bit cracky this first round. That's why I use this little bit glue here to secure it. Now it looks like shit, but that we are going to fix with to put the feather back and tie it in a little bit and secure it more like this. Then you will just take away this solder. So that's okay. There. And now I'm taking this ice, this change ice, put it up on the upper side, few wraps, and then I take it under, because I want the fly to go this, not upside down. So then you take like the 8, you know 8 number, and do some turns. And then I also use a little bit Zappa gap here to secure it, be much stronger. You don't have to change flies all the time. So then you just do many times. I don't know how many, I've never counted, but also I take around, you see the ice, around the ice like this, and secure it so it's stable. It don't want to move on other sides. There. Then I stand there with my thread, and this is a waxed thread, but you need to put a little bit wax, soft wax. I use ski wax, the blue Norwegian ski wax is very good, but a soft wax, because this sulfur is a little bit tricky to get on the thread, you know. But I have some tricks to do. So I also used to cut this because then I get only the biggest fiber out, like this. Then it's easier to also put on the thread. So I also used to take, when I dub, I take like both ways, because the sulfur is a little bit tricky. But on this fly I want it very loose, so that's why I start also here, and I go one time back and one time in front. So you must it's a little, you must tie some, and then it's be very good. So when you have done several of these flies, it's go fast to do it. So then you go back to the hook shank with this dubbing. I want a little bit more on this, because I'm going to brush it up after when I finish with the whole fly. When the sulfur is in the water, then it's be like some transparent, so it's be very nice in the water, and the feather goes like, if you fish it very fast, you see that it's very, very noisy in the water. There. Then you go in the front and make a little top heading, also take a little thread inside and less there, so it's be like, I don't know English, not so good in every word. So then I take the feather one more time. It's not always it's go with one feather, but should go with one feather. But if you and now you put this upside up, you know, the ordinary side when you put it in. And here I take 3 turns. It must not be too much. This should be a little light dressed, this Vaskebjorn. There. And now I want the feather most up on the fly, on the upside. And I used to take the finger to help them to, and on the other side, so the ice goes like the ice, the ice coming from, so you see the ice. So then you can use the fingers and help it. But now I'm going to put this natural dubbing on, and then I dub over this feather a little bit. So and that I also start of 4 millimeter in the front, because I want to have some turns over the feathers like this, very loose turns. There. Go a little bit front and put some more dubbing, and when you brush this fly, it will shine. The red thread will shine through this silver, so that's nice in the water. And we also going to have a little bit big head on this one, so we stop like this on this size, so we have a good place to make a nice shiny red head. There. And then I can use the rest of the hackle. Then I take 3 turns in the front. Like this. There. It don't look so nice, but we are going to brush it and make this head and tie in this feather a little bit. Like this. We like it a little bit bigger head here, so. Yeah. Then I can take the whip finisher there. 2, 3, 4, 5. I always use UV glue or varnish. I prepare varnish on this fly, but you can also use this UV. I use this varnish on every head on these sea trout flies and streamers. And now you're going to brush it. You can also use this, you know, this you have on the jackets. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's, but this is to a gunshot, so it's very stiff.
Velcro.
Then I take the brush.
Velcro.
Yeah, Velcro. Yes, Velcro. You can use it on a stick and use Velcro. Then you, but I have make this from the gun shop for 22 or there. And then I can take some glue on it. This UV is so dangerous now, everybody says, so I don't know if I can use it anymore. There. And it can dry someplace. So, do you see the picture good or?
Yeah.
You can see why we have put this feather all the way. You see it's stand more out.
Yeah.
When it swim, you get very big and small.
Yeah. Movement.
And when we fish this fast, you know, then it's be very slim, and you stop and it's pumping up. I have also used this on freshwater, like a streamer after trout, and it's very effective also there. So in August I used to have some a little bit bigger in size 2, or yeah, size 2, and I have it on the freshwater fishing also. So do you have any questions, or was it okay?
Would you use for char?
I don't use I've never tried it on char. No. Then I have much other flies I use.
Yeah.
Much nymph and stuff like this, and if they are taking dry fly, it's very small one, 18, 20.
Yeah.
So or big hot orange and flashy flies the char like underwater. They are very they take what trig them, you know.
Yeah.
Pink also, hot pink and shell pink on the char. It's very good.
Like grayling.
Yeah, like grayling. So if it's have nothing special to eat, they go on these pink colors and purple and yeah. So, but if they have something to eat, the char, they are very difficult. You must hit the right size. If you are a little bit bigger, they don't touch it.
Yeah.
So, but the sea trout, this fly is very popular here in Norway and Sweden and Denmark. This Vaskebjorn, we call it here in Scandinavia, and it's a very good pattern for sea trouts. And that you also can, because here in North Norway, if you go to south of Norway, they fish with bigger flies. We have a much smaller, you know, the lops and the shrimps in North Norway here are smaller than they are in the south. So we fish almost the biggest hooks we use on this type of fly is 6, and 6, 8, and 10 also sometimes on these types of fly in the sea trout.
Viggo, would you get big sea trout there?
Yeah, we get much sea trout around 1.4, but and a good bit around 3 kilos, and some up to 6 kilos, but not so much. In the area I fish, maybe we take 8 to 10 fishes around 5-6 kilo, and you can say it's 40 people I count this on. So, but you got much fish to up to 1 kilo.
Yeah.
But 1.345, it's very often. So, but there are many big sea trout, but they are difficult to take. So the most are like, you know, around kilo and a half, 1.5.
Yeah.
But it's fun to fish that also.
Yeah.
Now I can take a easy Gamarus Lopez. And after that I take a shrimp, but I think I take a Lopez no first.
Would you wouldn't fish at night for sea trout there, though, would you?
Huh?
You wouldn't fish at night.
We fish, you know, we have this high water and low water here in Norton. We must fish after the times when 3 hours before low water and 3 hours behind. Because of the water level is around 2 to 3.5 meter difference, and when you fish for 3 hours or after 3 hours, the sea are like still, no stream, and the Gammerus and the shrimps in the water stay still. They don't go, so the sea trout don't move around and eat. So 3 hours before and 3 hours after, here where I live, we must fish the sea trout. But if you fish it in the small rivers, then it's very good at nights. But if you go in the sea, also the ocean, and fish, then you must follow this high and low water.
Yeah.
If you fish in South Norway, like Oslo, and like it's 100 miles from here, then they have only 20 centimeters low and high water, so they can fish sea trout all the days and nights and stuff like this. But the nearer you come, you know, this Polarcirk and an equator, it's bigger high and low water. So it's very fascinating for people who don't never see it. You know, tourists from all over the world, they are very fascinated to go in the sea and take pictures and see the water go down like 3 meters, you know. So it's very nice to see. So that's the rules for fishing here, sea trout. They're like 3 hours before and 3 hours after. So you don't, you can go fishing without this, but it's not so much live in the water then. You can catch fish, no problem, but not so good as when it's going, when the water is moving.
Yeah.
Because when we fish with slow inter and fast intermediate lines, and float also sometimes when the water is hot, but it's almost cold here, so then we fish with fast sinks sometimes because it's so much movement in the water. If you don't get the shrimp down 30, 40 centimeter, you can go home. So, but when the water is warmer, then the fish go much higher. So sometimes we hot summer days, if you go to sea trout fishing in July, you know, then you can use this gurgler and Chernobyl ants and stuff like that, and take it on dry flies on the sea also. That's I fish, you know, in the mountains then, so I don't use it so much. But sometimes I go in the summer with my kids and the family and put some Chernobyl ants and stuff like that. Then the sea trout come and take it. Whoa. So, so yeah, that's like it is. But I can take one more. I fish much with this also, especially in May. I fish with this Gamarus Lopez, as we call it in Norway, Loppe. Very simple and but very effective to the sea trout. Easy to tie and good to fish. So I take this. We call it for Copperbassen, copper base. Copperbassen. Here I use. You can use. I find my favorite hooks to this last year because the sea trout, often the bigger one, is very hard in the mount and you lose quite sea trout. So I last year I got this Spaceman's Hunter from Patridge. It's very nice, you know, this right shape on it, and it's like bend, this hook. So when the fish take it, it's a hook himself almost, you know. And it's a very strong, and it don't be destroyed in the seawater. So it's very good. So this is my favorite to this lop, this Gammerus. But I also use this scud hook from Sprite in size 8 and 6. And I also used, before I got this hook, I used the Patridge, this one here, K14A, Cadiz Emerger, but the saltwater killed it, but I don't care. But this is also a very good hook to this Gamarus, I think. And there are many fabricates, so you must just find your favorite hook. You have Gamakatsu and Kamasan and stuff like that. It's very also good hooks. So. But this Spaceman Hunter Classic from Patridge is very good, I think. So then I use this today. And here I use also the Voxed thread in red. And I use this Vire, the tying wire from Sample Fly, because they make this thickness because of this fly I'm tying now and another fly I'm going to show you, because these flies are so big here in Scandinavia that when we before use this Vire, we take it from radios because no one else sold this thickness, because this is 0.5 millimeters. And that's the right thickness, because we want a little bit weight. If you use 0.2 or like this millimeter, it's speed through. You must have a little bit weight, but you can also put some leads on if you don't have it. But Sample Fly make this thick wire to these flies. So then I use it because they have a very good wire. So it's available in many shops also, this tying wire. So that's a very good product. And on this one I use ice tub on the body. Present tail is this, but if you can catch only the name is copper, you can use it also, or metallic copper, some call it, but hardline ice line pheasant tail is very nice color on. And here I use also silver. Here I have mixed some, I put it in an old bag, but I have colored, natural to brown, and I put a little bit metallic ice stub in it, so it's be a little bit more shiny. Let me see, then we have it all, yes. Then I can start. Do you see the hook good, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have buy a new web camera, Logitech, and I am very happy. I think it was clean picture. So here I used to take down the thread all the way where I'm going to have this fly, like this. It's like yeah, 45 degrees, you see. And then I tie it up. And here also we are going to have a good place for the head. So then I stop there, because when I put this video on, I take a little bit glue. You don't have to do it, but I used to have a little bit sap a gap, or yeah, whatever. And then you put it on the top. Like there. And take a new round up. In this top here. There. And then I stop a little bit up when I start the dubbing here. And I love the wax, but you don't need the wax, but I like wax. And I also used to take a little bit on the fly, on the hook thread. And then it's easy just to have a loose, not so hard dubba, you know, not so hard. Like this. Then I go down and start, take loose turns. So you do it a couple of times. So you must not be afraid to use a little bit dubbing here, so. One more, a little bit more, because I want to dub it now to here when I start this tying weir. Yeah, like this. And now I take the weir, for five turns on this size of hook. I think it will be, yes. And then there, it's a thick wire, so it's I used to take some good wraps on the side and like this, and then I take some wraps around the wheel also, like this. Before, when we used this radio wheel, we cut it with a stang, but this wheel will go if you do it like you, and then it's, when you secure it on the top, it's don't go away. And you also can put a little bit glue here if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. So, and now you can make a loop or split the thread. I take a loop here. Like this. And a bunch of like this.
Yeah.
You see the silver is nice fibers, pretty long, and that we like, because this wing, or what we call it, this thorax, we want to go over the fly to make like a para, so, and it shine be through, also through the flies. I'll show you after, show a little bit more. There. And brush out. And then you start, and when you take it around, you take it, the fibers back. Every turn you wrap it back.
Mm.
And this I take very close to each other, almost over and over. Yeah, one more. Like this. There. And cut the wire, the thread. And here we also like to have a big head, like this. Much flies nowadays, they don't have heads, so I like heads.
There's a focal point of the fly, isn't it?
What?
It's a focal point of the fly.
Yeah.
And it can be a trigger.
We show.
It can be a trigger point as well.
Yes. I think it's good to have it on these flies. I have not tried with the smaller heads, so I don't know it's better without or. And you also can take 2 times, but if you use varnish or UV, I think it's enough with 1 time. So now I take this like this from, and I brush it up the body. I don't want so much in the here, but I want it up. There. And if you want, you can cut a little bit, but there's more fibers, that's gooder. But I used to take these small ones here. So you see, when you take water, this will be like a shell. I don't know how good you see, but it shines through the red wire and this copper. And also this, when you fish it, you have maybe fish with seal fur, so you know the function of it. So it's very, when you fish it slowly, when the trout are going and eat slowly, they are perfect, this one, because the movements are like how you fish it, you know. And it's be transparent. So if you put something, this one you can make in different colors also, what you like or what it's in the place you fish. But if you use this silver to this, like this hackle, you will get this effect. And here you also can use this Semperfly sparkling dubbing also, or this seal. I have tested this on some flies, but it was on new material, so I know fish. I will fish with this summer, then I can see effectively that of it. But it's very good, the dubbing, this seal for dubbing from.
Typisch. Na, geht's noch? Das hat damit typisch zu tun.
Schloss kaputt machen.
Der Schlüssel ist nur abgerundet, das Schloss ist nicht kaputt. Aber ich
Is there any questions? Or... Is there any questions? Here you see the colors of this substitute. Very nice colors.
Yeah, good.
And when I use this, I can just show you, because many people don't get this seal fur, so it's not hard to find dubbing who do the function. But this one I used to cut or in 2 centimeters or just do like this. I have tied some with this, and it looks very nice, and the fibers are fine. So. And I have tested it, and I have this water tester, and it looks very good. So I'll be excited to try it in the water. I don't know if any one of you have tried this in water until now, or I know more people of you have tested this, I know. So.
Do you tie that in a smaller size as well, Viggo?
Yeah, this one I make in smaller size also, yes. Like when I fish shit trout, I do they in 8 and 6. But this one I also use on the mountain fishing in these colors here in brown, copper, and green, olive. Then I use them in 12 and small sizes.
Right.
But I also use size 6 in the mountains, this size. So this is a good brown trout fly also, this one.
Gosh. You must have some large fish.
Yeah, we have large fish here, you know, so. Not we have much small fish also. You have much large fish, Tim, where you fish?
No. Not large enough to take that, unfortunately, no.
No. You have so much big fish you show on Facebook, so I don't know what to do when I see this. But you have long season where you fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I fish this on sea trout, I fish it as a very activity, fast, slow, wait to find out where the sea trout go and eat this Gamarus. And when you find when you have got one, how you take it, then you fish it the same. And if there are much sea trout going there, then they take it on, almost every second cast you have. So.
Viggo, would you fish one fly or two flies?
Sometimes when it's a little bit tricky, I use two flies. Then I can use a shrimp type and then a smaller Gamarus, like 10 or 10 on the sea trout.
Yeah.
But we all fish almost with only one fly on the sea trout in the ocean.
Yeah.
So I have got not much more fish to fish with too on this sea trout fishing here in North Norway. So you must just find out what they are eating in the movements in the ocean, in the ström, the stream.
Yeah.
And when you hit them, and now we have fished so many years, so we know the hook size here where we fish. We use this 6, 8, sometimes 10, but 6, 8 is like standard where we fish. So, and then now are there any questions more? Now I'm going to tie this Arctic shrimp, Larsson Arctic shrimp. This is a very small one. Size, it's size 8, so it's not so small, but this saltwater single from Spire, I like the sizes of the hook shank because I think that's the right numbers to use. So it'd be a little bit smaller than other. I also use this Patridge sea trout, the CES 54, but that's on bigger flies because the hook shank are much longer. So if you should use only one sea trout hook, I prefer this saltwater single from Sprite or Sea Prince or like this TMC 111 or what it calls, and this saltwater hooks from many have this, but I have used these hooks and very happy about them. So I think I will make this in size 6 now, and in my favorite color, hot pink. But also this fly I used to do in hot pink and shell pink, and like I showed you here in tan and white, also ice pearl, and fluor hot orange is the colors we use on this fly, and it's very good and easy to tie. So I take this first. I have another shrimp after if we have time. Yes, we have time to make more flies.
Yeah, you got loads of time. It's unlimited.
Yeah. So then I take this. This is my fly. I have created it for some years ago, and this fly I have sold before for 4 years ago. I tied only flies in 1.5 years. I start 7 in the morning and tie to 15 afternoon in 1.5 years. So I have sold to shops and private person here in Scandinavia. So this Arctic shrimp I have tied around 20,000 20,000 flies. And when we created this fly, me and some friends, we fish with different type, and And we want a fly where it was easy to tie and nice in the water, and then use some older flies also. But this have many people fish with, and many fish with it these days too. So I think this is a standard shrimp for me, and you can make it in many colors as you want and sizes. So, but my favorite colors on this is UV Fluor Hot Pink, and I use it from March to June, and fish it very active when I fish it. So let me see. I need this thread. Then I also use waxed thread on this one, Fluor Pink from Semperfly. This color here. It's just there. Okay, I can show you the material. This is from Flyco, but hairline and Flyco, I use hairline ice stubbing or this Flyco ice stubbing in Fluor Hot Pink. And there is many shrimps ice in the market, but I like this easy shrimp ice. It's very easy to tie. It's expensive, but they are good, and you can make your own ice if you want. But I like this super Fluor pink colors on this one. So that's a good ice. But you have many ice on the market. And here is one of the weapon on this fly. It's the polar bear. I have much polar bear and I color it. This is colored in Fluor Pink, Hot Pink. And I make shell pink and oliven and whatever I want, I color this. I don't know, polar bear, is it easy to catch in your places, or if it's difficult material to get?
Viggo, what did you say it was?
Polar bear.
Ice bear. Ice
What?
bear.
Polar bear.
Polar bear. The white big bear. Isn't it
Polar
called polar bear? No.
Polar bear, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's none
is
round
there
here,
people-
Viggo.
There's none round
Huh?
here.
Is there? Yeah. Is there people who sell it in your places?
I don't know. I know, Norris, I know too.
Yeah. But that's fine with this. It's also like the silver. This is transparent and the right stiffness and stuff like that. But if you don't get this, you can use graveling. You know, the deer is making a
Bucktail.
hole in the ground.
Bucktail.
Yeah, bucktail also, yes. But I have also used this from graveling, we call it in Norway. Let me see what it is in English. You know, the deer is making hole in the ground. You have some animals who make hole in the ground.
Rabbit.
Badger.
Rabbit?
No, I see on Google. Let me see. Google Translate.
Badger.
Graveling in Norway. Graveling. Badger.
Oh, badger.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
yeah, and you can use bucktail, but you know, this bucktail are they're good fibers and stiff and stuff like that. But the bagger is when you
Soft.
take it here,
Yeah.
it's natural colors, and it's a little finer because you see through it.
Yeah.
But bucktail is also a substitute you can use before this. Bagder was it. That's the material on this fly, and some pearl flash, and I also use two feelers. This Inferno Bristol from Samplefly. I think more have it, and this is also a stiff material, since fine feelers to have back in the flies. So that I also use on this, and Mallard in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, then I am ready to start here. Let me see. Yes. I hope you understand my bad English.
Yeah, they're more looking for polar bears now.
Yes. I have a friend in Svalbard who buy a skin legally, and I buy to him a very nice quality. So I have for my time this polar bear. So I was lucky to get this. It's very difficult to get the right quality, because many of the skins who are selling legally, they are going to be like yellow, you know.
Yeah.
And then when it's going yellow, it's happens something with this here, because this I got are almost like cream white, and that's when it's best quality. And we also use this underfur on this one to merge flies. It's very nice dubbing. So you must get some polar bear.
So your English is better than everybody else's Norwegian.
Yeah. Okay, then I use this wax. I'm the wax man, but I think many people like wax. So I'm going to just make a little ball here back. And I start 1 millimeter behind this hook shank. And this one I want to have 2 here to the hook. There should be much here, so that's good. Like this. Yes. And brush it up, back, like this. There. Now we must take a little bit thread here too. Yeah, like this. And now I take the Mallard, a good bunch, like this. There. And then I used to have the length of from the hook here, but you see, like this. There. Yes. And tie it in a little bit front. Not all the way, but like there. And build a little body with this thread. the shrimps are, you know, like thicker behind them. So then I want to have a little profile on it when I finished. So now I take a little UV glue here. No, the Zappa Gap, this, I don't know, Loctite or something. And you can, I use this super fluid pink ice, but also use black ice sometimes. So I don't know if the fish cares, but they are nice in the water. So I think they care. And this ice I put just behind the bend. Almost, yeah, it's almost in the bend of the hook there. Like this. And I start here in the middle because I want to cut it out, this in the front. So like this. And when I take a little harder wraps there, then it's go a little up like this. And now I cut this there, 5 millimeters, I think, 4 or 5 millimeters before. And I put some thread here. There. And then now I take some crystal flash in pearl. Make it in a loop. Put it up. Just hold it like this. Oh, there. Yeah. There. I'll take around all the way in front and back. Just cut it like this. And then I take this Inferno Bristol boards. You see they are nice shape on these ones. So they are very good. Just put them up and spread them after. Like this. Take one on one side and one on this side.
Are they ball bristles?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It's when you see the fly in the water, and if you use like bucktail or other things, they are to stabilize this back on the fly also. It's very I was afraid if we get much fish, it will crack, but it's very good quality on this one. So I have no. Yeah, sometimes they go away, but the ice, you know, when you cast the fly, you throw it on stones or stuff like that. But the fish don't eat it, so yeah, like there. Also, these feelers, not so much, because you want them to. If you have too much, it be like a bunch. You want to have them a little bit spread here, so. Like this. So you know, a patch like this, you have to many 100 flies. So. And then we take out the under fur here. You see, it's very nice to use the dubbing, you know. So that I used to put in a box and spare it. And also now I put a little bit Zappa Gap. Because it's take a little, you don't must to have it, but I have taken one fly like 40, 50 trout, and it's like good. So it's I recommend to use this layer of glue. You see, I want to have it like this almost. So, and when I find the length, I take the hook shank and like 5 to 8 millimeters more and the hook. Like this. And I will take away a few here on the side there. Because when I show you the fly from the back, you will see this effect on this. And now I used to tie in this because to get a nice, it's been not so much different on this. Yeah, you get a better profile here. So. There. Go back and make a dubbing loop. There. Little wax, you don't need it, but I think it's do the fly stronger also, I think. I don't know what you think, but you see, no, I have not forgot anything. Sometimes I forgot one step. When on this ice dubbing from Flyco, and you see the fibers, they're pretty long, so I take them, try to get them in the same length here and prepare it in the hand before I put it in the loop. So now let me see there. With these loops, you must just try. But I know I tie so much, so you get used to how long it's different with the size. So I think maybe on this 6 hook, I remember, I must see here, I don't remember because I do it so much, but 6-7 centimeters dubbing loop here. So. But you can cheat, or what you call it, cheat. If you only got there, you can just make in a dubbing wraps. But I prepared to have the loop all the way. And also here I used to have a little bit glue on the top before I put it around. Be very strong. There. Just spin it around. And here is also important when you brush it out to brush it good out, and when you put the dubbing, not to have it too thick, because then it's be a ball, you see. So when I have brushed out, it's like almost a thread. Also the loop thickness. So when I do this fly, I have it clean under me when I brush this, because I have dubbing after to a new fly. So you can use the dubbing if you want 2 times, if you have clean one clean bag under. If you tie many flies, you know, it's be much dubbing you can use one more time. So that's also you can do. And now I take the first wrap there, and now I also do this and put it back. And I used to have a little bit opening. I don't want to have it too tight. You see here I could have a little bit more dubbing, but that's okay. The head be not too big, but I miss little bit, but I'm happy with this to fish with, so that's okay. So I don't do anything here, so that's okay. Just make a good head here also, so. I think it's better to have a head than have it too much on the fly. So. And now I'm brushing down on both sides and up like this and down and down. Because now we want to do this a little slim. And that's why I use this glue under, because it's be very strong now and we don't want to have I cut it all the way down here, also on the sides, because I want a little slim shrimp, you know. It must not be too much. And when I cut here, I do like a hairdresser. When you take your hair. And I see on the sides if they are going out something.
Going on the bed, you.
Huh? What do you say?
He's on about cutting hair. It doesn't affect Derek.
Nor me.
Oh. I have bad ears. I don't hear what you said. So when you cut this, you must just see and make the shape you want. I don't like it too much, so. And then I take after and just brush. Yeah, like this I want to have it. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The profile not bigger than the hook. So, and put some glue. But here you also see,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was not so good to see, but you see this
Yeah.
bristle portion. And this also in the water, it's very nice, and this ice dubbing do the job good and very flashy sunshine. Also, if it's very cold in the water, it's good, and sometimes when it's very nice weather and clear water, also this hot pink is very effective. The shrimps in the ocean are different color, but they go. I have tried to fish with sandy or brown, light brown. You see this shrimp in the hot water are a little bit more like sandy shrimps, and they don't take it. But when we put on this fluor hot pink, they take it. Then we got fish. So the truth is very difficult to understand. So So you must try a difference. Not be afraid to use colors on sea trout and char and stuff like that. It's my experience here where we fish. So. There. You have you fish. I see some of you fish sea trout where you live, or
Yeah, Rob does. Rob Red.
is there many of you? Is there many of you fishing sea trout in the area, or do you travel away?
Travel. Rob does. Rob fishes. Young Rob, he fishes for sea trout.
Okay, yeah. Let me see if there's something you wants to know. Was it okay to understand or about this Arctic shrimp? As I said, you can make it in different color, and it's very fast to tie and strong pattern if you use the glue 3 times. So yeah.
Do you ever weight it?
No, this one I have never fish weighted on this one. No.
Is it because you wanted to move in the water?
Yeah, because they go pretty high, and the movement I want to have a difference.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So we the only weighted I use is this. I show you first with this bed change eye. This one go a little bit down, and sometimes on these swimming shrimps, like I'm going to show you now, this one we use also to have weighted, because I have used before the same. This is a new hook from Sprite, but before I use, I think it was Artic had the same hook and test because of this. Then I think they was nice in the water because of the shape of the hook shank. When I put the lid where, you know, not all the way, but from the bend and yeah, like this, 5-6 millimeter.
Yeah.
Then I get the right movements.
Yeah, it cocks it in the water for you. Yeah.
So these big ones, or these spay shrimps, we fish also a lot of when the water gets warmer here in June, July. It's very good, this one. The spay shrimp is difficult to tie smaller because the spay hackle is not so much smaller than this. So
yeah.
So if I'm going to make them smaller, and then I use also CDC shrimps, are also very fine in the water.
Okay.
So I can tie this, or I have also this CDC shrimp. Like this one, light was not so good here, but
yeah, that's good.
this is light pink. Yeah, CDC shrimp and spay shrimps, they are very good. You see the box, there are some different colors here. So
Would that be the,
what you say?
Viggo, would that be the most things you'd use is shrimps?
What?
Would you only use shrimps, or would you use other patterns as well?
On sea trout, I use much shrimps and this this type of flies.
Yeah, yeah.
This types of flies I also make. I can show you some. I don't know if you heard about 6-pack shrimps and 3-pack shrimps. It's like the same pattern that I tied first, but it's no weighted, and we put ice on it. But it's the same tying way. I can show you here some. Here I have one 6-pack shrimp, we call it. Here is using Cocktailione in color Pardon, light Pardon, I think. And in the body we have used brown silver and some hot points back, and this ice glow in the dark ice. So we fish much with the pattern like this in different color. You see green UV tag. Because in the water, this hackle, you know, it's make no noise. The sea trout hear the flies, they say, people who seems to have, it's make noise in the water. So then I use also soft hackles also. They don't make so much noise, but they have a different movements in the water. So that I have make like this one with these colors is also good, like gold in the body and the red tag. It'd be very nice in the water. And here is also soft hackle. I used to buy this Whiting Verity pack. It's much Whiting have this Verity pack where they have all the kind of rest, also small bites of stuff. It's very cheap and it's very much. You see all this box, 300 Norwegian crowns. I think it will be 30 pound or something like that.
Like that. Same as that.
Yeah. I like this Verity packs. I use much feathers from. That I used to buy, and it's not in no packets are they are different. All the packets of.
Yeah. They be off.
Here is also one. Yeah. And here it's with SLF saltwater dubbing. I use much. It's very fine on this flies. So, but it's go in this type of flies and shrimps and the Gamaruses in different. You see, we have another Gamarus we use much. This one, Crimpen we call it. Here it's only tying thread and flash and tying weir this 0.5 millimeter and dubbing loop with fluid silver. And that's go also like in the water like this first I tied to you, but a little more slim. This one I use also in fluid green and brown and olive in different color and different sizes. That is also a very good pattern to sea trout. So but that's let me see. And you see this Gamarus. You also do use a little bit shellbacks flash.
Yeah.
This one I used to tie in oliven and copper and this shell pink. So and also a good pattern I have used the last year is like Mallard Mallard fish like this. Very easy to tie. silver in the body. Brush out the silver
I like that.
and use Mallard. Yeah, this one is very good on salt water, fresh water, and very easy and fast to tie.
Yeah.
So you just do the different body and you put in some hot spots. When this go in the water, you know the Mallard be also like transparent in the water. So and it's be a nice nice shape on the fly in the water.
Viggo, have you just rolled that? Have you just rolled the Mallard at the front? Yeah. I like that, eh?
Yeah, this is very good. Salmon, when I am not so big salmon fisher, but I used to fish in the small rivers in the August on salmon and sea trout. Then I used this Mallard, yeah, this pattern, but without ice,
Yeah.
without this ice.
Could you
And
tie one?
it's very good. Huh?
Can you tie one of those
Do you
for
want me
us?
to tie?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I can take this from the. I have everything here, so this one I take. Let's see.
Gav, you could use her as a streamer, couldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, streamer. Yes, use it like a streamer. Yes, yes.
It's a good little fry pattern, that.
Yeah, it's nice though. There's a lot.
Yeah. The only problem when you tie this flies, I find out you must get this higher quality on this Mallard. You know, you must get some bigger and.
Yeah.
So I used to put them in steam, you know, to make them nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I must just find out some feather here. Let me see. And the right size. Yeah. There, and the hook was this. Yeah.
What is the hook?
It's I use this fat rich attitude extra.
Right.
Size 2 is this I show you. Because earlier when I have used this on the Solomons, I have used ordinary short shank streamer hook, but the bend is so low, so I have many times the hook is cracking. So I have on this type flies I use a little bit stronger hooks like this, add this pike hooks and attitude big streamer hooks. Because if the small fish don't take it, I don't want it, so it's okay. Let me see, silver there. There, and we have the red there, yes. Okay. Here on this green one, I have mixed in a coffee blender with a little bit flash in the silver. And then I am going to use nano silk. 12-0 black nano silk. There. And also here I have make this cut in this because now I'm going to make a little tail here. So I roll it like this. And take it back this. Yeah. And now I take a loop from the body on this one. There. Let me see. This. A little bit more. Yeah. There. Take it back. There. And now I used to take this scissor with a little bend on to take just the oversized feathers. No, this here, silver here. Yeah. And now I want a little hot spot here. Yeah, a little bit more. There. Yeah. Very sure. Then we take the Mallard to find the right size here. I used to see on where it's. Mm. Yeah. I cut it here. Because now I tie it in like this. Maybe too much, a little bit too much. It must be not too much feathers. And then you put it around. This. It could maybe build a little bit bigger, this. So it's very, you must, when you pick it out, you must put it like I showed you to see, you know, the feather length. But they go like this. So maybe I want to have a little bit longer on the next one, but that's how we tie it in to make them around this fly. And when we brush it, it will be easier to see this. And I put this ice on. And sometimes I take away if I think it's too much. I don't want to have too much Mallard either. There. I'm not so satisfied with this one, but when it's come in the water, if you have it one time in the water, it will be nicer. Ska vi put the ice on. put a little bit glue. And ice from eBay, China, they are great. Or Wish, ice from Wish. There. But here you can play with all this type of dubbing and
I like that.
mallard colors, brown mallard and green mallard. But you must have a little big mallard so you get this
Yeah.
shape. That's the biggest
Viggo,
problem.
Viggo,
Yeah,
what was that? The Attitude Extra hook, that one.
yeah.
And what size?
In, size 2 on this. It's very short shank, you see.
5'2".
Size 2. Attitude Extra ACS. Attitude Extra.
Yeah, I got.
So that you should test next time you order hooks.
Nice fly.
I like
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
I like that.
And then I put some UV here on the head. There was some shit in the way. Yeah, and you can use much type of hotspots, glow. There are so much dubbing in the market, so and wool. Yeah. It was a little bit fast tying, so I'm not happy with this one.
That's
But I will use it, so that's no problem. It was a little bit too thick body on this, and the feather could have been 2 millimeter longer. That's this guy who showed me this mallard type of flies when he a few years ago. Then he showed me. You see, that's you find out the length to like this because you are going to cut away this and tie it in like I did. You see, and also he told me not have too much. Also, that's the key to get them nice. To don't have too much because they are they are much feather on every side. You see, much fibers.
Yeah.
So when you find the right length and cut it in the front and tie it in like this, then you must find out how much you need here because it should not be too much. Then if you have too much, you don't get this effect, to see through the Mallard and this. But this one will work, so that's okay.
Yeah, can't see the colour.
I like it.
Yeah. And also when you tie it around, when you have this feather this way, it's important that you work with the feather. You have done it with other types of feather. If you miss one, it will crack the wrong way. Exactly. You want the feather to be like this, So that's important when you tie in this. Yeah, like this, and you get all the fibers back. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
when I have this one time in the water, it will be like this, so it's okay.
What would you call that again? I know it's a fry pattern, but what would you call it?
Yeah, we call it Mallard sill. The Mallard sill. Sill is like, you know, the small fish.
Yeah.
I see what is in English.
Melt.
Yeah. Herring. Do you have something called herring?
Herring.
Herring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call it Mallard herring. Also Mallard sill in Norway.
Yeah, Mallard.
Mallard herring.
Yeah. I should Google the herring. Skal vi se, herring.
Viggo, what size was the eyes you used?
What?
Size was the eyes? What milk?
This one 2 or 3. 3 maybe.
3 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. You can use bigger also, but I like this small eyes. Let me see here. Herring fish. Yes, like herring.
Herring.
Yeah, so Mallard, I take up a picture here. Like, yeah, you see this.
Yeah.
I think it was this guy I know for, who showed me this for 8-9 years. I think he is the man who created this Mallard shell. I have never seen it other place. I don't know. I think it's the Norwegian guy, Anders, who showed me this, who have make this sea trout pattern, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I've never seen use Mallard. Have you, Gav?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And teal.
Yeah. Never seen that. Yeah.
I used to tie a Peter Ross with a cloak teal, very, very similar to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the movement it gives you is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fantastic movement. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see if I find this. What is it here? I have used a lot of streamer on this type of tying, as you said, do you use on the Salmon fly? Here I have one. I will switch camera and show you. I will show. This one I have used much in the mountains, and it's a little bit not, yeah. It's foxtail. It's the underwool of foxtail. Fox. And ice dubbings.
That's teal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's teal.
And this also, it's amazing movement in the water with these long tail feathers.
It looks similar to like an ackroyd.
Yeah. This is a very good streamer in salmon and brown trout. Also, very good streamer to all these fishes. And this is size 6 streamer, ordinary streamer hook.
Yeah.
And so I like this tail or Mallard, these feathers. It be very nice in the water, these flies.
Yeah.
So it's only the fantasy, what it's in English, the what you think in your head, the fantasy,
Yeah.
to stop you. I have tried through these years. I think you also much special flies, but they not everybody work. But I have tried many colors and stuff, especially on the streamer fishing in August. I use much time in the river when the flom is coming. You know, flom and sink 5, 3, 5, and 6, and big ones and colors. But it's not so easy to catch the trout when the river is big. So, but it's funny.
Viggo, would you fish mainly in the ocean or for sea trout or in the rivers as well?
I fish also in the rivers in August.
Yeah. Later.
When the sea trouts come back from the ocean, I used to. It's start to come like July and August, and some come late, like start of September. But the fishing usually stop here in rivers like 31 August.
Yeah.
Some place we can fish to the 15th September. But in the August and this, it's very hot when the darkness come.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sea trout go very near land and hunting the small fish who is afraid of the biggest one. You go and hunt fish when you go up to the river.
Mhm.
So that's very effective here to us fish sea trout in rivers in August. But then we use small flies, like classic flies, you know, what do you call all this? Hackle, Peckham, green. Yeah, like wet flies, small wet flies, double hook, 10 to 8.
Yeah.
Small black ones with the black and blue colors. Very effective. Black, blue, black and red, black, green, like this type of flies. The smaller they are, it seems to be the key here in the when the darkness come on the sea trout.
Mm.
But when you fish in rivers on brown trout, then I have experienced this bigger flies in night. When it's dark, you get bigger fish.
Oh yeah.
So so it's not the same. If I go to another place, I used to go to Rena and fish. It's 80 miles from, 65 miles south from here, Rena River. I only fish there in May on the Flom, you know, big river. When all the water come, it's cold and it's big. And then there is not the same way to fish like here. It's a different kind of streamers and different kind of lines I use there. So it's depend on where you are, because the Rena River, you know, the trout, they are stationated all the year. I maybe think that's have something to say, but not all the trout are standing all the winter, but much trout. Some trouts go down to the seas, but they are, if you fish there in the winter time, you get big trout.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's depend on, the more you fish in one place, the more fish do you catch.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for you. The more you go to one river and you get to know it good, and you see where also.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
So but after the corona, you know, I live in Mo i Rana. It's much still waters here in Mo i Rana, and we have some small rivers for brown trout and char, but all these rivers and much of the still water are private here. It's landscaping, and they own, and they don't want for people to fish. But I work in wood business, so I talk and sell their woods, you know. So now after the Corona, I have find many places I don't know. I have lived here in 47 years, and I haven't noticed this before. 2 years ago, a bigger trout, and there are only me and some friends who's fishing there. You know, these farmers, they don't fish. One time a year they go and fish and take 2-3 big fishes, and they are happy. But we have fine places like El Dorado, you know, glass clear rivers, Vulgata, mayflies, big mayflies, Grandis, you know, Caddis, big Caddis flies, this Grandis. So we have the Corona come out with something good here to find fishing places. Because I used to, you know, Tim, you planned to come, you know, it's 10 miles from here, 1 hour. I used to fish much before in Sweden, in Hemavan, Tärnaby. There I have fished all my life because I have had cabin there for 20 years, and you know, so there is my home place. But now I got to know, now I can only drive 25 minutes and come to these good places. So
Yeah. Perhaps this year or next year now Corona's gone.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
Right, I gotta love you and leave you now, lads. Enjoy tonight, because I gotta go and get my wife from work.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I hope you, and I hope it was,
I enjoyed it.
you
Enjoyed it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Very good, Viggo, very good.
Right.
Thank you.
I gotta run. I'll see you again.
All right, Gav. See you
Bye-bye.
later, Gav.
See you again.
Right.
See you.
Thanks for
Now, and
tonight,
then I
Helga.
think,
Thanks for tonight.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, and see you.
Thank you very
Next
much.
time.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
thanks
next
for coming. See you soon.
Brilliant.
yeah, goodbye.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Very
Good night.
See you, Mark.
All right.
Good night.